Sometimes it takes walking away to know it's worth coming back to. Hey, friend, welcome back to Through the S4L Lens. I'm your host, Nita, and today is one that we have all been waiting for. Because do you know what today is? It's fight night anniversary. Hey, yes, because today is the anniversary of the big fight night pop out. Nelly and Ashanti popped out at the Davis and Garcia fight in 2023 and shut it down. The moment had the timeline froze, the internet on lock, the group chats lighting up. And listen, whether you call it spinning the block, rekindling, or just reconnecting, we all saw it and we were all here for that moment of them walking hand in hand in and around the Davis and Garcia fight. So today, we're unpacking what that moment represented, not just for them, but for all of us watching. We're talking about why some love stories really do come full circle, what spin the block energy actually means when it's healthy, and how growth, timing, and truth play a role in every reunion that actually works. So let's get into it. Now, let's all go back. Let's set the stage. 2023. It wasn't a press tour. It wasn't some big announcement. It was a simple walk-in, a moment, hand in hand, two people in sync, and no words needed, but their presence spoke volumes. And it wasn't just what we saw, it was what we felt. The years of history, the breakup, the separate success, the rumors, and then boom, right there in front of our faces, there they were, side by side, hand in hand, grown, evolved versions of themselves. Something that many of us had rooted for years. Many of us going back to when the breakup had happened years before that, how we felt and how we always rooted and wanted a Nelly and Ashanti reunion. We wanted them to fix it. We wanted them to make it work. A lot of us held on to hope. Some of us had hope that started to fade away. But then as you have it, life would reunite them and we all saw them pop out on fight night. What made it the thing is, what made it a hit? It wasn't just the nostalgia. You could feel the mutual peace, the return of them being each other's safety, the growth that they had in the moment, the way that, as everyone talks about, Nelly led her around, held onto her hand, made her comfortable in that moment, which I'm sure was nervous for both of them. But they are each other's safety. They are each other's comfort. So we felt that mutual peace and safety and joy that they felt. The mutual timing, the unspoken story that said, this time it's different. And that's why it resonated so deeply, because it mirrored real life. People watched that moment, saw a possibility in their own love stories. And little did we know, in watching that moment, all that would come in the years that followed, and how their love story really would give people stuff to look forward to and to their own lives and be an example for others on what healthy Black love looks like. We had no idea that was coming. But in that moment, that epic fight night, Nelly and Ashanti restored hope to a lot of people. And then as the year went on and progressed, Nelly and Ashanti made a lot of people believe in love again. Now, when it comes to spinning the block, a lot of times it gets a bad rap, especially online. People love to joke about it, but what does it really mean when it's not toxic, when it's not messy? What does it mean when spinning the block is healthy and good? Spinning the block, it's not just about going back. It's about coming back. Wiser, softer, stronger, more mature, more honest. It's about revisiting a connection that maybe just wasn't ready the first time. A connection that was very strong, very powerful. It felt right, but the time just wasn't right. But here's the thing, the spin has to come with growth, with clarity, with respect, because without that, you're just going to be running in circles. And the thing that pulled me in about Fight Night Moment wasn't just the moment. It wasn't just about seeing them together, the connection, the romance. It was about redemption. That really felt like their redemption moment. It reminded me of moments in my own life where I had to take a step back, do the inner work, and come back to a space or a calling with new eyes. And I think we all can relate to moments like that, where we've had to spin the block on a few things in life, and we came back to them looking at them through a new lens. There was a time in my personal life when I thought something was completely over. No future, no return, no comeback. Then life does what it does and made it do what it do. And it revealed things. It showed me things. It showed me areas where I had to work, areas where the other person had to work. It softened my edges and it taught me a lot about myself. It put me in a position to where I had no choice but to grow and become a better version of myself. And I came back. I spun that block and came back with a clearer vision. And that really changed everything. But what do you do when and if love comes back around in your life? How do you know if something's worth spinning the block for? First, you got to check the foundation. Was there love? Was there respect? At the core of it all, were there healthy habits? Were you two whole people or were you just gap fillers for each other? Second, you're going to want to check your own growth. Can you approach this new situation? Can you approach the spinning of the block from a healed place? Not just because you may miss the person or the idea of them, but really check in with yourself. Have you gotten to a place where you are healed and you can show up as your whole self, as your healed self, and really give your best this time around? And third, as we know, timing. Are you meeting each other in a new season or are you just trying to relive the old one? I mean, that really matters because timing is everything. And every block is not meant to be spun. There are a lot of factors to weigh when it comes into spinning the block. And when it works, it works. And when it doesn't, it doesn't. But when it works, it's not because it's perfect, but it's because you are different and they are too. You're aligned. You communicate better. You understand what matters now. You have grown into a healed, whole human being who is now able to give your best of yourself, not just to your partner, but to yourself as well. And when people witness that kind of reunion, it's inspiring, it gives hope, it quiets the noise of once it's over, it's over. Because sometimes what looks like the end is just merely a pause. Let's be honest. Fight Night Pop Out wasn't just a couple moment. It was a culture moment. We have been rooting for Nelly and Ashanti for years. Not because they're perfect, but because their chemistry was undeniable. Because they carried everything with grace and because it felt so real. There was just something about Nelly and Ashanti that first go round that drew us all in, that captured us all, and had us all rooting for them, even in their separation. And when they popped out, it felt like a reward for everyone who had held on to the idea that love can come back around, that Nelly and Ashanti would get back together and come back healed and whole and be each other's person and be each other's spouse, as we heard Nelly talk about for years. He's only getting married one time. And when he gets married, it's till death do us part. So you got to make sure that person's the one. And a lot of us, I feel deep down, even though they're strangers to us and we watched from afar, we felt that they were each other's person. So that's why we held on to hope. And life has a way. What's for you is for you. And that's why this anniversary matters. Not just because of them, but because of what that moment symbolizes to so many people that were watching. Now, not every love story is meant to come back around, but when it does, and when it's rooted in healing, growth, and timing, it can be even better the second time around. Whether you're spinning the block in love, in life, or in purpose, make sure that you do it with intention. Do it with truth. Do it with peace. And do it for you. A happy anniversary to one of the most iconic pop outs in recent memory. Nelly and Ashanti, y'all really did that. And we, the fans, we the people, are still here rooting for you, cheering for you, and loving that you are allowing us to be a small part of the journey with you. So keep doing what you do. And of course, in everything that you do, show up, show off, show out, and show love for life.